Hey guys, I'm back for a video today. I'm going to be going over Honourable Campaign today, which is this lovely tower here with the starfish on the top, if you like the Pokemon. So in here we have three different ones. We have tank, air, and then missile. So last time I attempted 14 and I got stuck on my level here. So I can select previous levels if I like. I know they got stuck on about 12, and I know my squad hasn't progressed dramatically. So the idea is that we want to complete all the way through, which will become more obvious if you've never done it before, if you're starting from level 1. But, so I'm going to go back a level here. Okay. Yeah, we're going back a level. Okay. So, we're going to go on auto battle if you got it unlocked. You need like VIP 5 or something. In here, you're going to have your primary tanks. You can use tanks in tank, you can use air in air, and missile in missile. Okay, so when we come in, if you use different heroes in this one, you won't be able to use it in another section. So make sure you're keeping the right ones in here. So primarily you want your tank lineup as Murphy, then it'd be Williams if you have UR here, but because we don't, I'm gonna have to use Violet because Williams come out next week for us. The bottom left here, you either want Stepman, if you've got the UR. If not, it's going to be Mason. In the middle, you're going to want Marshall, or you're going to want Monica. Marshall is the UR again, but I don't have Marshall yet. But I do, but he's not upgraded yet. That's going to be on Thursday on my Versus Hero Day. So we'll do that then. The bottom right, you can have your main DPS, Kim. If you haven't bought Kim, I highly recommend it. She's $1. She's probably the best value in the game. If not, you're going to put Mason here, and then another attacker here. Let's just go over a quick overview. You see at the top of the heroes, you got this a shield. This means they're a defender. Yeah, and then attackers have like a flame, I guess. And then support are the plus. Okay, so you want your support in the middle, attacker back left, attacker back right, and your two defenders up the front. You want your strongest defender on the front left, because their primary DPS is going to be on this side, so you're going to tank it and not lose your back row as quick. So let's try this, and let's see how far we get, and then we'll go over some other stuff that we need to adopt going in. Now, my luck, we'll probably complete this. So, I got to 20 there, so let's try again. Okay, so I actually completed it there. So we're going to go to aircraft now. But there's something there that we should have done. We're going to put gear, but I want to show you on air here. So we'll go to 14 on air. Again, we're going to auto battle. I got stuck on 15.6 or last time, so again, in the air one, we want to be using the air type. At the front, obviously we want two defenders, so I'm going to put my two best defenders. Bottom left, I want my second best DPS, which is this guy. I don't even know this guy's name. In the middle, I want my support. Back right, I want Diva. And then we're going to try battle. So let's see how far we get on this one. Hopefully, I don't pass them all. If not, I'll show you what you're actually meant to be doing to progress further on the missiles. We're going to move our gear all onto those heroes to make them more powerful. So it appears I have got a lot stronger than I realised last time. Okay. So here we can see we're stuck. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to take all my gear. Oops. I'm going to take all my gear off my heroes. If you're early on in the game like me, where we place the gear is important. It's also important later on, but it's going to make a lot of help. So when we come into this, so again, this one's a defender. So I'm going to quick equip the gear, and I'm going to remove the attack. So this one is an attack, and this one is an attack essentially. These two are defensive pieces of equipment. If you have any purple gear or blue gear, get rid of it, discard it. They do not do anything. Only use UR gear on them. So I'm going to quickly just dismantle my gear. You can go down here to select it to get rid of it all the way up to purple. So I'm going to go back into here. I'm going to go in my aircraft. I'm going to find my next defense unit is this one. Again, I'm going to go on that. I only discarded it so I didn't put junk on the other one, so I didn't have to take it off. Then after you've done your 2 defense, you're going to find your primary DPS. So this is D.Va for me. Then I'm going to find my DPS again and put it on there. And then if I've got anything left over, I'm going to put it on the support. If you can, you should try and put armor on your support as well, but I don't have enough yet to be doing that. So we're going to go back in here now, and we're going to attempt aircraft again with the gears on. There we go. We completed it. So before we go into level 8 on missile this time, we're going to take our gear off, which this is what we should do beforehand. Taking it all off. By the way, scouting or anything like that does not work inside here, so don't do that or anything. It doesn't work. The only thing that works is swapping gear and skill chipsets, which I'll go over in a minute. I don't have skill chipsets yet in this account, but I can show you briefly what to do. So again, here we're going to find my best defense unit, which is Elsa. I'm going to take this off. So we've gotten into a bit of a problem here. So if you noticed, we're in the missile tab, but we've only got 1 defender. So we can either try with 5 missiles, or we can try and just grab another one. Ideally, you want to try grab a missile. When you've had your first capital, you're going to have your squad buffs. I can't do that without doing it. That's okay, I'll open this one up just to show you a lot. So when you come in here, you can see this troop type counter. So when you have more of the same type, you're going to boost damage. This is released after your first capital, okay? That's why we want to try and keep the same, but because that isn't out yet, I'm going to use another defense hero that I haven't used, which is my strongest, which is this one here, Scarlet. So I'm just going to put that onto her. And then I'm going to go back to my missile. Now, because we've done our 2 defenders, we're going to do our 2 attackers. So my best attacker is Tesla, then Swift. So just like so. Just like so. And in missile, they don't have a support unit, so you're just going to use 3 DPS in here. So I'm not actually going to go back a level here. I'm going to go to see if I can do level 8 today. So you can see that they're level 6 or level 7. Your barracks level and your troop level is really important as well if you want to progress quickly. So in here, we're going to make sure we've got the correct setup. So I'm going to put Scarlet on the right. And then we're going to go on the missile. I'm going to put Elsa on there. And now I'm going to put my 3rd best here. My 2nd best in the middle. And then the best DPS on the bottom right. Alright, let's see how this fares in here. Hopefully we can do it. I think we should be able to, because I actually did upgrade Tesla this week. And I gave him a few levels since last time. It's worth noting that you can do this on every day but Saturday. It runs for 2 periods at a time. So it runs from Sunday and Monday. And then that reset to Tuesday and Wednesday. Then that reset again Thursday to Friday. And then you can't do anything on the Saturday. Every time that resets, you want to come in here and do it and get all those lovely campaign points. So you're here, we've got stuck. So we're going to try in here. So I've got an auto clicker, so I'm just going to spam it. You can do the same in the same spot. We want to try and give it a good few attempts, because sometimes just a crit can help. So I'll give it a few more. Alright, now we haven't done it. I'm going to watch it. Okay. We're going to watch it run through, and we're going to see how close the fight is, because if it's close, we can just keep spamming it and hope that we get good rolls on our crits and stuff, instead of being decimated. So it's not looking that close at the moment, but you know, sometimes abilities can help, but it's not going to be possible. So you can see here, this is probably too far from in the realm of possibility. So here I wouldn't attempt it anymore. You don't want to be... If you're getting really close, you could try upgrade your hero to progress, but you really shouldn't. You should keep all your XP, all your shards, skills, all for your first day for your verses every week. So that's as far as I can progress in this. So we'll just go over the store now quickly. So in here, our points. Later on, you'll be able to buy the whole store, pretty much, apart from the dialect and the dialect ceramics and the battle data. But you will get to a point where you can buy some battle data out each time. But when the game starts and you're low on the point, you want to focus these top 6. So what I recommend first is the campaign points, the shards, the drone parts, drone components, upgrade ore, then the decorations. And then when you can, you want to be buying the hero XP when you've got more left over, then the tickets, and then you should be buying the resources, then the speed ups. Okay? So we'll go over that again. Campaign chest, hero shard, drone parts, level 3, upgrade ore, deco, XP. Later on, you may not need the XP, so you may go for the tickets or whatever, but at that point, you should be just having enough points to buy out every week anyway, because you need it far later in the game as well. And then resource, and then speed ups. That's basically it. So you, just to go over it, you want to make sure you're fighting the same type when you go in. So if it says missile, that we're using missiles in here when we can. And you want to make sure that you're moving your gear over to the heroes inside here. And that's pretty much it. It's really simple. Obviously, make sure that you're doing it every time that it resets. It'll tell you down here when it resets. You can see mine's just reset today, and this was a fresh attempt. If you can't do it and you get stuck on like me, you want to make sure that you're always doing the 20th for the previous one. Okay, like I did with these. Like I complete it in full. Because later on you'll be getting, at the moment I won't be getting chests. So these are the ones I bought, but I'm getting purple at the minute. Later on, we're going to get these, and you can get 100 UR shards. These are what we're aiming for later on, okay? Alright, cheers guys.